Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's the 14th of January 2003. Oh, I shouldn't put the date on because if I get lazy and don't put it up for days, then it's in January 2023.
I mean,
it's January 2023, the 14th. Happy New Year.
Say it one more time.
Happy New Year. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year's? Can you remember Christmas and New Year's? New Year's.
Why wouldn't I be able to remember it? It was 14 days ago. It was, and Christmas was what? Well, I can't do the math. Forget it.
Did you have a good Christmas? What did you do?
I did. It was a good, but it was a traumatic.
It's a traumatic
No, it wasn't
experience.
traumatic. I'm overutilizing that word, and I'm over exaggerating the situation. It was a puppy Christmas, as promised.
My fucking whore of a dog got pregnant again.
What'd you call me?
No.
It's a joke.
Comedy, come on.
Your parents, whore
My
of a dog.
stupid parents.
Why are you saying that?
But they forgot to put the dog on the pill.
Yeah.
Or get dog condoms. That'd be funny, isn't it? Is that a bit? Dog condoms? Write it down somewhere. Anyway.
Okay. Done.
My dog got pregnant back in Bella. Bella, my family dog, got pregnant.
You know, I had a dog named Bella growing up.
Synchronicity.
Perhaps.
What kind of dog was it?
My Bella was a yeasty basset.
Yeasty. What's that mean?
Yeasty basset. Well, so to make a long story long, and I think we've talked about this on here before. We both had the option to get, I guess what you are called budgies.
Budgie regards.
I thought they were called parakeets.
Yeah, I don't know. They're from Australia originally.
Basically, but the same bird. And I had a choice between a dog and a bird, and I got a dog. And when I ran away from home, the dog, at a very young age, died because it was eating oleander leaves that were falling from my neighbor's tree into our backyard.
Think he was depressed?
Do I think it was depressed? That's why I was eating the leaves?
Suicide attempt.
Well,
attempt and
success. Suicide success.
Yeah.
No, I think the dog. I think it was tragic. It was just really tragic. It was a bad time for my mom. If you can imagine, lost me, lost the dog, lost her job. Horrible. Anyway, my mom, obviously similar to what your dad did when old Charlie, being your old Jack Russell.
Yeah.
When he was
took a fateful plunge in front of a Jeep.
When he had a successful suicide in front of a Jeep.
The day I came home from Australia, so I don't know what that says about me.
Please contextualize this. The day you came home from Australia,
After being away for
in like 2018 or something.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah. So your dad was very upset.
Yeah, he disappeared for a few days.
He disappeared for a few days and came back with a new Charlie.
He came back, and then a few days later, and then arrangements were already going ahead to try and find a replacement dog.
Yeah, so also named Charlie.
Just keep the name and then pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah,
you could do that. You should do that with children as well. I think.
Well,
just adopt a new one. Don't even. This one's Chinese, but just call it the same name. Pretend nothing happened.
It's called Brian. Well, anyway, so you guys have a dog that you refer to as old Charlie, and then there's new Charlie. And so my mom actually did a similar thing, if I think about it. While I was gone, so once I ran away, I was found and I was sent off then. And my mom made arrangements to get a new basset hound that was from the same family.
That's smart.
Like whatever, like a cousin, who knows. And we named that dog Bella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that dog.
That's the one. That's not the one who committed suicide, is it?
No, the one who committed suicide was Butterscotch, or Boo Boo.
Okay, so this was the filler dog.
This was the filler dog was Bella, but Bella had been. I mean, I don't know. Is this the right thing? Bella had been inbred so many times that one of her purebred quote unquote quirks was that she, under her chin, was so disgustingly smelly. Like if you pet her under the chin and smelled your fingers, you'd be like horrendous. And I was like, and it's just weird when you love animals, but then you look at this dog and you're like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you because the way my hand will smell, it will smell like I just dug around in trash. And so my mom, of course, took her to the vet for this, because my mom goes to the vet like she goes to the fucking grocery store. And she took her to the vet, and, you know, I guess the prognosis was like, she's a quote unquote yeasty basset, and her chin was so, like, I don't know, bassety, that it was like yeasty, so it like smelled. So she'd like fucking clean it with like Listerine and shit. I mean, yeah. So I forgot why we're talking about this.
Well, my dog's also called Bella, the one that fucking can't keep it in her pants.
Yeah, well, mine was a yeasty basset. Yours, you know, I don't think it's her fault.
It's
new Charlie's fault.
He's special needs. You can't put all the blame on him.
Or maybe we just got to get the dog fixed, you know. But
anyway, my Bella. No, it's all getting confusing. My Bella got pregnant back in June.
Yeah, June
or something, maybe earlier. It takes a while, doesn't it?
May, June, something like that.
Anyway, no, it gave birth. She gave birth in June, and then she had 2 dogs. One looks fucking.
Yo.
One looked fucking insane.
Yeah, like, well, because we were back.
It's got like an overbite.
Well, because new Charlie has an overbite, but it like works for him. But like this dog, so she's
underbite. Sorry, it's an underbite. Isn't it?
It is an underbite. Yeah. So this dog like
looks like he's on ecstasy.
Yeah, man.
And he's got the haircut as well. He looks like a raver whose jaw is just going crazy.
It's a she.
Oh, is it?
The dog's a fucking she. Its name is Daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like, no, it's got like Christopher Lloyd Back to the Future hair, all over
that
its
hair,
body.
Massive underbite.
A huge underbite.
And a high, what would you call that? Fucking like,
screeching?
Well, what's that like? It's just like hyperactive to the
it's like
spectrum degree.
It's like shaking with excitement at all times. But it's weird because it's like got the attitude.
So it's got that from Charlie.
Yeah, it's got the attitude of new Charlie, but like it fits new Charlie's body, but it looks like Bella with like pointed ears and like a pointy face, but it's got the Christopher Lloyd hair, and it looks like a Frankenstein dog. But the best part about it is the people who took this dog love this fucking dog, and I love that because I'm not gonna lie, I'd look at that dog and be like, "That's
not a good-looking dog.
That's not a dog I'd like to fuck. That is not a dog."
Yeah, but like they like the dog's personality, which is definitely too much for me. That kind of fucking nervous energy, fucking what's going down, spazzing out all the time. Anyway, Bella gave birth to 2 dogs back in July, and then she was we put them up for adoption or gave them away, whatever you want to. We didn't dispose of the puppies. Is what I'm saying.
Thank you for clarifying.
And then a couple of months pass, and what do we know? Bella's pregnant again.
Wow.
So she's a whore. But this time it's 6. 6 babies were inside my small Jack Russell.
Just in time. In time for Christmas.
But when we got back for Christmas, we flew from London to Cork for Christmas. When we got back, they were about 6 weeks old at that stage. So prime mischief.
Oh, it was great. It was the best.
It was fun.
The 7 days we spent there was some of the best of my life.
Yeah, 6 puppies is pretty funny to lay down and roll around with, but just fucking the constant cleaning up little puppy shits was you get over it.
When everything's covered in urine.
You just smell like fucking shitty puppies for a while, but you get used to it.
Yeah, but
yeah, you were in your element.
I what?
You're in your element.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a religious experience for you, I think.
Yeah, it honestly was. I was like, why do I even want it? Why do I want to try to reacclimate into society?
Grab a puppy and rub it off the side of your head and you just feel better about everything. And then especially if you have like 4 or 5 puppies just like jumping all over you and biting you and shit. It is
they'd run around and play, but then by the end, they would all come over and climb and fall asleep on me. And I was like, I'd like to freeze myself in this moment for the rest of my life. I'm good. I don't need new experiences. This is it. So I of course fell in love with one, and then that was
we left you get too close to one. I knew I should have seen something when you were bringing the puppy to the bathroom when you're taking a shit or whatever. That's an alarming sign. Then you're like, we bring the puppy to bed, and then I should have said no. And then you brought one puppy to bed a few nights, and you started bringing 2 puppies to bed. So, this is a problem.
You make it sound, when you say to bed.
The big fat milky one was your favourite. That was the first one out, I think, of Bella's pussy box.
It was the sweetest one.
It was the best behaved, I guess.
It was the second best behaved. The first best behaved I think was the girl who also had an underbite.
Oh, the little girl.
Yeah, and who got nervous quickly.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is I didn't get a dog.
4 boys, 2 girls.
4 boys, 2 girls. They all have homes. I guess the one that I'm in love with that I named Goose. I named them all, let's be honest. Shall we remember their names?
You named him Goose because we were watching...
But he's like a goose. He's fat like a goose.
And we were watching...
He's cute like
a Top
goose.
Gun?
And it was Top Gun.
Top Gun.
We were watching Top Gun, and I was like, this is Goose. But no, there was Goose... Then there was Buddy that went to this man, and he had named him Buddy, so Buddy it is.
That was one of the least best behaved.
That was one of the worst behaved dogs I've ever. It was incredible how bad that dog was. I wonder how it's doing now.
It was a howler. It's learned to howl pretty quick.
It was a howler. It was a biter. It was a mischief maker.
It was a shitter, pisser.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good looking dog though.
It was a cute dog. See, Goose, when I went to the bathroom, he'd go to the bathroom too.
Yeah.
I was training him. Same. The relationship was nipped in its prime, but anyway, there was Goose, there was Buddy, there was Underbite, which was a girl, there was Busy, which was another girl because she was also very bad behaved.
Yeah, she was bad. That was a big girl, wasn't it?
Very bad. And then there was Armand, which was the one that your sister called Superstar.
Yeah, the really good-looking one. But aesthetically, he had good symmetry.
Yeah, and then the last one was Snacks.
Yeah, what one was that?
It was the one that bit everything all the time and had the meanest bite.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. And, we're just like I'm like in the fucking
people might be doing the fucking just having a stressful day in the office and listening to puppy stories might calm them down a bit.
I mean, we were like, they were pissing, they were shitting, they were being dogs.
I
got too attached.
Yeah, you got too attached.
Almost broke up your family.
Yeah, well, my family got attached to one dog as well, but they've been through it before, so they need to get rid of these fucking dogs.
Yeah. Well, apparently the one that I love the most went to... this is what I was told, and if I ever find out this is a lie, there's going to be problems. But...
It went to a fucking family with a little girl. Her name, I don't think her name was Catherine, but apparently she had glasses. No, I don't mind you making that up. But she had a basket for the dog.
So she put the dog in a basket and cooked it for dinner.
So the dog went to a good home.
Yeah. So I guess there's a sense of relief. But it did... It was this sort of, I don't know, what is it, come to Jesus moment where I realized like, oh yeah, like I don't really care about... pursuing anything involved in city existence anymore. I don't want to be a part of the rat race. I want to start a family, and by family I mean get a fucking dog.
Why don't you start a puppy mill?
I'm not going to start a puppy mill.
Puppy farm.
That's not what the world needs. The world doesn't need. There are so many homeless dogs and abandoned.
What about having a country yardy farm? Outhouse thing and just having dogs everywhere, and then people can come and buy them. But you look after them.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, where do we live right now, homie?
Yeah, I just mean in the future, maybe.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. The future. I mean,
is that illegal? Can you just sell dogs that really fucking?
I don't. You can rescue dogs and then like do shit like that. No. I'd be.
I think when it comes to selling, because there's too many dogs to give away for free, and people only want to buy fucking the most retarded dogs because that's the most inbred, isn't it?
I mean, the problem is people that's like. The way society is right now, people do want to just like spend their money on the worst stuff and have a lot of that money and to just spend. I was thinking about, I mean, and I know this topic is just like long, beaten to death, but like I was thinking about the Kardashians the other day, and I was thinking about the one Kylie, which is one of the younger ones.
Is that the one in the Pepsi ad?
I doubt it. I think that's Kim. I don't know. They probably all have a fucking Pepsi ad. Let's be honest.
They're the ones that were birthed by that fucking...
The woman who was married to O.J. Simpson.
No? Oh my God. I got so mixed up there.
There's Bruce Jenner's kids.
Catherine Jenner fucking shitted him out her ass.
Oh, well...
Because I was so in belief.
No, there are 2 of them. are
I
Jenners.
completely was for a second there. I forgot that Jenner used to be a fella, and I was like, that they were. I thought he gave birth to them for a second. I forgot. It was obviously the mother that gave birth to them.
Okay. Well, no, it was some other woman.
Some other.
Yeah,
Oh, right. So
it doesn't really matter. This is the worst. It's like, who gives a shit?
This is there's a kind of symmetry here with the puppy situation. Keep on going.
I'm
a big, fat, disgusting litter. The puppies are pretty though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess like I remember seeing something somewhere like Kylie Jenner is, that's one of the Jenner kids. Is like, whatever, one of the youngest fucking millionaires, billionaire, whatever it is. I don't
Probably
even know.
Probably a billionaire at this stage.
Something like that. But it's like, because she has a makeup line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking about that, and I was just like, I don't know, for some reason at the time, I was just like, what? How? Like, do you know what I mean? You're just like, how and why do that many women and people in the world, why are they like, I need fucking shit all over my face? Do you know what I mean? I need lipstick, I need this, I need that, like I need it to the point where somebody's like a fucking billionaire or millionaire from it. I was like, that, like, to me, I'm like, I have no problem, like, look, if people want to wear makeup and shit, like whatever, but you're just sort of like, enough people are like, no, like whatever I like look like as is, I can't go out like that. Like I have to do something else completely. And that's the thing that's sort of like mind-boggling for me, where it's like enough people feel that way to the point where someone gets to be a fucking millionaire, and there's like other makeup available.
Billionaire.
I don't know if it's millionaire or billionaire.
It's billionaire because the family's worth.
But the family, but I'm talking about her and her like makeup line.
I believe, do you know, like $1 million's not that much at all.
I know $1 million's not that much, but $100 million is a decent amount of money.
Yeah, but
I like that. Like $1 million's not that much. If I had $1 million, I bet I could live off of it for the rest of my fucking life.
I think the thing is, she's the youngest billionaire.
Okay, whether it's millionaire,
it's not
or
millionaire because there's
Christ all fucking mighty.
Macaulay Culkin was a millionaire after Home Alone.
Okay,
so
yeah, let's just. I can't believe I have to Google this.
We're in the billions now. We're not in the
Kylie
millions.
Jenner.
Shout out her dad's ass.
Net worth. Here we go. 2022 net worth. Okay, fine. 1 billion.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'll put it this way: whenever
that's 1,000 millions, though.
But whenever I saw that, which wasn't, recently, she probably wasn't a billionaire then.
I remember she was just the youngest billionaire ever. That's all I know for sure.
All right. My point is,
okay,
is like, what is that? What does that come from? Okay, probably fucking TV, which like that show is like, it's like hypnotizingly insipid. I've seen it before. Was I sucked in? I don't know. Not enough to like actually keep watching it. But like, it's like, then it's clothes, right? Then it's clothes. Then it's makeup. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, is there anything of, is there like a wellness thing? I don't know. Is there anything of actual human life value that she sells? If I had to guess, probably not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're just kind of like,
someone sounds jealous of the Kardashians.
All right, is that your takeaway from this? Is that really?
I'm teasing.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you then start to think like that, like, for humanity, I would hope there to be some shift. I mean, it's like I don't have a problem with anybody like whatever, but you're just kind of like, isn't $1 billion? I mean, whatever. Now I feel like I'm just like fucking masturbating all over whatever, but it's just like $1 billion. And on top of however much that family already has or whatever. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money.
Oh, I'm sure she's had someone killed, or they've had someone killed.
And you're just like, it's because a bunch of people are like, I need this stuff. Like, I have to have this stuff. And I guess I've been there. I guess so I'm speaking from a place where like I felt crazed, like late at night being like, trying to hunt for like a fucking purse or a pair of shoes that I was like, oh, this will make my life better. This will make me look cooler. This will make me feel differently about myself. So I feel like that's my point, is like that industry is literally like, no, if you buy this, it'll fucking fill the void. But I don't know, you just start to think like, if that's the state of humanity, isn't it, I don't know, it feels a little like sad and frightening, Like people are, so I guess I was just thinking about that the other day.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's good to meditate on things. I think you're right. I don't think it matters.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, fucking burn the Kardashians and stay. I don't care, but I guess I'm just like, a global shift.
I'm sure they'd do some charity and maybe like buy some fake tits for homeless chicks or something.
Yeah, fake tits for homeless dogs. I just, I don't know. So I guess, why did we even get on that topic?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
The Kardashians.
I don't know.
What were we talking about right before that? Dogs.
It's a new year, new you, I guess, and we're just
new year, new me.
Yeah, you're just kind of going through the mental cycle of any New Year's resolutions. That's what I've been asking audiences recently. No one ever says they have anything.
Quit stand-up comedy.
Oh well, yeah, we know.
Next.
Yeah, we know you're gonna wrap that one up. So. I have none. I guess be more spiritual.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know. I haven't been really meditating or anything as much as I used to. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's one thing that I was doing.
We're going to Australia in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that. I decided I went and did this charity thing in Louth. Yes. And it was a very nice charity.
What was the charity for again?
Well, the guy who does it does all sorts of shit. Like, I guess the list of charitable shit he does is endless. But the place is called the Priory, and it's basically this like sort of boutique-y hotel, like old ass building that he has this lease on, right? And the people that he hires to run it, like greet you and like fucking clean the room and all this shit. Everyone who works there either has a learning disability or is an ex-con. So he's basically like...
Ooh, did they mix well?
Yeah, he's trying to give people a chance who wouldn't otherwise be given a chance in these types of jobs because, they go on the interview and people are like, oh, you're an ex-con, you can't work here. Or, oh, you have a learning disability. Sorry, you don't like fit with our brand or whatever.
Oh, no, but you can get people with learning disabilities to work for like £3 an hour in the supermarket. They were doing that for a while. I don't think they're paying them they must be paying them proper at this stage, but there was definitely a thing for a while where you could have Scooter picking up the trolleys in the courtyard for less than minimum wage.
Well, that's
what I'm saying. I'm putting that out there that Tesco used to rip off retarded people.
Okay, why do you know from personal experience?
No, I just like to get sued for litigation against Tesco would be good for my comedy profile.
Okay, well, anyway, I was there and then I got back and I decided that, we've been in this not so silent feud with the woman that we live next door to for almost a year now. And I got back and I realized like I'm not going to care anymore. But I realized that after one of the last fits she threw the wall, which was like 20 minutes of her ranting and raving about us. But the one thing that I heard that I found was very funny, which I guess I had heard before, but I think I didn't believe it. She was yelling at the wall like, "Oh, you have new plastic floors, ha ha ha! Like you love your plastic floors, new plastic floors, so nice. Oh, I saw them, ah ha 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 ha!" And I was like, so like this woman, like almost a year ago, we had to have these floors replaced, and like almost a year later. I guess that's something that like
she's pissed because she probably like fucking is living with some sort of stinky carpet. She looks like a stinky carpet bitch anyway.
Yeah, but I think when I heard that, because I'm just sitting there and I'm listening and I'm like plastic floors and I'm like, oh
yeah, she's barely anything on us, so she's working with whatever glimpse she gets through the door.
Well, no, she saw him outside.
Yeah, so whatever,
that's the thing
whatever
that she kicked. So I was like,
goes through our fucking trash.
I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie.
We should leave letters in her trash for her.
I mean,
look at yourself going through the trash, you hag.
I feel
that's the letter. If you read that, if you were like going through someone's trash and you found a letter to yourself calling you a hag, you'd fucking kill yourself.
But see, this is the thing. Everything you're saying. There was one day when I think we got back from California and I fucking saw her leaving, not the building, but like by the train station. I was like, that's our neighbor, and that's our neighbor leaving. And then I saw trash sitting outside the building. I didn't go through it. I did like, kind of, I was curious. A lot of tissues.
Yeah, she's a litter bug. Just tell everyone else.
I like that you're just like, she probably does this thing, and I'm like, I semi did that thing. But it's just like you become enraptured, right? Is that the right word? You become like, you're like, this person, like, you know, hates me so much, and so then it's like, I want it, and I realize the less I know, the better I feel, and that is a mantra I live by generally. But it's just like, you know, you kind of, I think the feeling is like, I want to wrap my head around, but there is no fixing this. Like it just is what it is. So it's just like, I just have to like live and like try to be nice, and, you know, hope that there's love in her life somewhere.
There's not, but you can always hope.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta hope. But I just, that plastic floor thing, and she seems to be really irritated that we do yoga, because she was ranting and raving about that. She was like, oh, yoga, like she just listens
to what we're talking about, and then she uses it against us.
Yeah, but what do you mean uses it against us? She just tells it back to us. Yeah. But I've stopped.
Remember I told you, I was like, why don't we whisper about murdering her through the wall?
Yeah,
and you're
but
like,
then that's how we get arrested.
Yeah, you just call the cops for that.
But anyway.
Good prank
on
Good
us.
prank, threatening murder.
But anyway, I just, that's the final thing that I'm going to say about it, because I don't listen anymore, and I don't look through the people at her anymore. I pretend that she doesn't exist, and I feel a lot better. Not that she doesn't exist, but I'm just kind of like, oh, that's the angry lady who lives next door. But I did want to mention, because I think it's very funny, the idea that for a year somebody's like harboring anger about linoleum floors that aren't even in their own house. Like, could you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
Isn't
I couldn't imagine
funny?
being a stupid bitch like that.
But don't you think that's sort of funny?
She's a cunt. A cunt. Anyway.
Well, anyway, she's our cunt. She's
anyway,
our cunt. We share. She's like our roommate, our third roommate.
She's someone's retarded daughter that they just don't want to see, because no one ever comes sees her.
Yeah, but she leaves at weird times and is gone.
She's a whore.
I don't think so. I've seen her. I don't think that's not the vibe.
I'm gonna start rumors.
Yeah, start rumors to nobody.
To our other neighbors, Henry, and the new Chinese boy downstairs.
We're gonna start a rumor that she's.
Hey, I live next to a whore, and she's got AIDS.
Wow. Yeah, I think
that's
nobody will believe that.
I won't even introduce myself to that kid. I'll open with that.
I think in order to be a whore, you have to have some level of like friendly demeanor, which I don't think is.
She's a cheap whore. You don't get fucking customer service with her. She's a £2 whore.
But she doesn't even want to say hi.
She's a £1.34 whore. £1.34 whore.
Maybe she's a failed whore.
Yeah.
Anyway, that plastic floors, la la la.
Anyway, I can't remember. Do we have listeners in Australia?
Fuck if I know.
Well, if we have listeners in Australia, you guys can come see us live in multiple shows and venues throughout February and March.
Yeah.
We're skipping out on British wet ass cold gammy spring and going.
It's not even spring, it's winter.
Winter.
February is winter.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to Perth from February 1st and Adelaide from February 23rd. So we're doing shows there. So fucking buy a ticket. I haven't sold any tickets yet. I don't know what to do.
Oh, God.
I have no idea what to do. I've messaged the podcast today.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just gonna have to message podcast, and I was looking up the local Irish bar where all the drunks go, and maybe I'll go down there with flyers when I get there.
What'd you say?
There's a local Irish bar.
You're gonna print flyers now?
Like paper flyers. It doesn't even have to be real flyers, and just go down to the bar and hand them out.
What do you mean paper flyers? That is what flyers are made out of.
Oh, we don't have to go to it, like, as in, I don't know. I'll go down to the bar and I will talk to people and tell them, oh God, it sounds awful already. I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe I'll pay a kid to do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is.
I think the bar, going down to an Irish bar where and then playing that card, that's the angle I gotta go for. And plus I'll just do a ton of shows with like Kyle and shit, and then just on the way out. It's so much easier when they're like free show, but now it's like show, but go online and buy tickets.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to pretend like I know what to do or how to do it or that I even want to do it. But
it will be sunny.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to the sun. I'm looking forward to it being over.
Might see some kangaroos, koala bears, Aboriginal peoples. There's all sorts of mad stuff. A crocodile.
Yeah.
There's a beach. It's 30-degree heat. fuck it, get out of here for a while.
Yep.
It'll be grand.
So,
and on the way back anyway, we're going to some sort of yoga retreat. I'd love to do a silent meditation retreat for...
I feel like it's sort of hacky. I really do. Like, and I feel like you go to one of these like retreats.
No, but I don't want to go to a fucking... I don't want to go to a boutique one with some fucking yoga mom retards. I want to go to borderline cult. I want to be on the edge of maybe a mental situation with a, like, you know...
I mean, welcome to daily life, man.
No. I want to be in the wilderness.
But this is the thing. Like, you go to one of those and you're all like fucking enlightened like the whole time you're there, and then you come back to real life and
I don't even care about being enlightened. I just want to be fucking somewhere where you eat like a cup of rice a day for... Like, I want to like be emaciated.
You can literally facilitate this yourself.
I can't because I have no willpower. But if I'm put in a situation...
That's the real challenge of it all, is finding any kind of willpower to have a routine and discipline. Not make somebody hold your rickety little hand and be like, do this.
Anyway, do we have any Nepalese listeners? Because if you are, reach out, because we're thinking about stopping off in Nepal. And I want to go to a monastery there and be a monastic.
I think we've decided we're not doing that because it's going to take a day of travel and be maybe the most expensive flight of the whole...
Okay, anyone have any suggestions what we do after Bali? Is we know what I'm on to.
Yeah.
Well, possibly we might just stay in Bali. I know. Yeah. There'll be something. I am looking for some sort of borderline cult situation.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's cool, and maybe you can go do that. I am not looking for that.
Yoga and meditation are cult-like things.
Yeah, but that's different than saying I am looking for a borderline cult to join.
I'm just looking for adventure, baby. Don't try and stop me. I'm going to the top. You know, if you're going to write a book someday, you want to have some stories.
Right. Well, I don't know. I guess for me thus far, I've got stories.
Oh yeah, you got some. Well, I don't. Okay, I'll go and join a cult for a week.
And you're going to find your stories in a cult that you join for a week.
Go to a beach holiday. I am going to the jungle to find a shaman.
I love that you okay. I would be interested to you.
I'll come back after getting monkey AIDS.
So you're going to go to the jungle and you're going to have sex with a monkey.
No,
because a fake shaman tells you to.
I was under his powerful hypnotic gaze. Gaze with a Z.
It's so interesting to learn what you really want to do on this podcast.
No, I'm just leaving my mind wander.
Into the vagina of a monkey?
Yeah. No. Stop it, you. Anyway, so it's the 14th of January or something like that. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. I've so far worked a few days since I got back from Christmas. And let me tell you, I am not good at landscaping. But we got to do it. But yesterday we were going from one job to another job, and we came across a fresh crash site. A high velocity vehicle crash happened seconds before we arrived, so I was the first on the scene. I dragged a lady out of a car wreck, and she was fucking hysterical.
I mean, I'd be hysterical too if you were the guy.
No,
saving
stop.
My
no levity, yes. No levity, yes. It was serious. Because I thought she was a dead lady. I didn't even know it was a lady. There was a confused... Let's set the scene. So, if... I don't know if our listeners are vehicle savvy, but there was a Range Rover, you know what I mean? Big, flashy Jeep. Only a couple of years old. $100,000 vehicle. Massive, safe. That was blown to shit on the side of the road. One side of it goosed. Airbags outside and inside all done up. Then on the other side of the road, like mashed into the ditch, just obliterated, was a Fiat Panda. And if you know what a Fiat Panda is, it's a real little penis of a car. It's tiny. It's for poor people. It was a poor people car. So a 20-year-old. It's a poor mom's car.
Made out of like tinfoil?
Folded. It was folded. And the guy, there's a bald man just walking up and down like waving. So me and Dubois, my French mate, we stopped the van, got out. I was like running kind of towards the car, but I was like looking at him, and then he was like, "Mark, you go, I have a cigarette," because he's so fucking French. He was like, "I need to finish my cigarette," because there's like, you know, there's smoke and petrol everywhere. But when petrol like leaks out of a car into like a kind of the ravine just there's like fucking pond, kind of pond water next to it. It was red. I thought it was just blood leaking out of the car, and I was like, I don't want to like see a body. So it's like it's just a fucking mashed up body. But then she started going off.
And she started screaming.
So I ran to the car. I pried open the door because it's such a shitty little car. I was able to pry open the door, and I kind of got her out. And then the bar came, and
what do you mean it was a shitty car? You were able to pry open the door.
When cars get smashed up, it's so hard. Usually, you have to get the jaws of life to open the car. You need to cut open the door.
Maybe you are the jaws of life.
Yeah.
Maybe you are the cult leader you're looking for.
Possibly. Anyway, me and him carried this fucking screaming lady to she was tiny. It was lucky she was tiny. We were saying it afterwards. If that was a big fat lady, it would have been such a different situation. We wouldn't have been able to get her out of the car because the car door couldn't even open. She was so small we could like slip her out. She was like a fucking size of a lighter. And we brought her to the bank of the ditch, and then she just clung on to me, just like sputtering and screaming, and I was like, this is awkward because I'm not really good with like conversation anyway. So I was like, hey, how you doing? No, I didn't know what to say, honestly. I was like, just
you should have run your Type 5.
I didn't even ask her name. That's how fucking bad I am at this. Dubois was on the phone to the ambulance cops, and he was talking to the other guy who was like, she was just out in the middle of the road. And I didn't even ask her her name. I just kept on like kind of patting her back, going, there, you're going to be okay. But I didn't even know if she was paralyzed or some shit, because every time I even breathed, she started screaming, because of the movement. And thank God the white ladies started to flock. We're out in the countryside where the posh people are. And as soon as like traffic built up behind the wrecked cars and our van, the white ladies came. And because there was actually a lady of colour, I hate to say it, but it was the situation was rich white guy and poor lady of colour. Always awkward.
And he had a dog in the back.
He had a dog in the back that was going ape shit.
What kind of dog?
It was some sort of country hound.
A country hound.
Yeah, I think I think he had floppy ears. I can't really remember the dog that well because the dog was in the back of a tinted vehicle. I only see him when he left briefly. But then all the ladies came, and then they were asking. She was like fucking hysterical for like 15 minutes, and then she started to go, I want to go home, because we couldn't get an ambulance. There's no more ambulances anymore in the UK. They're done now. They were like, yeah, it would be hours because there's flooding and shit. But I was like, at least that's what sometimes you think these things. You're like, well, at least work's done for the day.
Yeah.
But little did I know, the situation wrapped up when we went to the next job. Heroes shouldn't have to go back to work. Heroes should be done. Anyway, she eventually just got up and started walking, and I'm like, did I just get fucking duped? Was this whole thing her putting on the hysterics while the situation was going down? But I don't think so. She was pretty fucked up for sure. But the guy kept on going, do you remember what happened? Why? And he was obviously trying to get details.
What?
Because his $100,000 car's fucked, and he's like obviously kind of like, he's like wondering if she's insured or not. But a nice lady took her away in her car. I was going to drop her to the hospital. Yeah, so just
how do we even know she survived?
Oh no, she could be dead. I don't know. No one even updated me. But people were like, no one said well done. But one lady asked me, was I okay? Because I had to hold her up because she was like fucking just bossed up. I didn't see any blood though. I wonder if I got duped. Anyway,
what is the dupe that you would have gotten?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't like her car anymore, so she just parked it in the middle of the road. Definitely that guy was going too fast is what I can gather. I think he was going too fast, but he said she was sideways in the middle of the road. But then he said she was driving on the right hand of the road. You know what? Everyone's got a fucking he said she said story when
everyone's got an angle
when a crash happens. But you think that after a situation like that, and then going back to work, real man shit, dealing with trauma. What would be trauma? I wasn't even affected by it because I'm a stoic, like Marcus Aurelius. And then go back to work, finishing the job, and then going. And I was like, well, I have to host a gig tonight. I'll probably get a good gig because praise Allah, he will reward me with a bounty for being such a caring human being and saving that lady from a vehicle that was probably going to explode if the movies are correct. And he didn't. Awful gig. Got heckled by a little fucking little rat in the front row off the top. And I called him a few.
I feel so sorry for you.
I do too. Then I called him a few names. The thing is, the way the modern culture is, that everyone's kind of maybe retarded, and then after bullying him a little bit, I started to think, what if he is special needs and he's not a bad kid? But he was a bad kid. He was a bad kid no matter what.
He was a bad kid with special needs.
With his bad friends. He wasn't special needs. He was just a thick, rude cunt. But the idea that he might be actual special kept me in a weird, nervous state, and I fucking tanked the first half of the show, and by then it was too late to recover. Fuck me.
What a sad story.
What a bad start to the weekend. What a bad start to the weekend.
Yeah, you were affected by this show.
I was pissed because after saving a lady, a real man, a stoic like Marcus Aurelius should be rewarded with the bounty of well-paid, easy show, kills everyone. I should have told the audience I saved a lady.
I like
today.
that you feel like stand-up is going to give you any kind of reward.
It has done, it does do, it will do again.
Sure.
But sometimes it don't. Sometimes it don't. I'm done with fucking proper English. Yeah. I don't think I ever started with it, but I'm certainly done with it now.
I can see that. Should we say something to our Patreon people?
Yeah, let's do the Ring of Honor.
The Ring of Honor. Okay, do you remember what your name was changed to?
Mark is a gay retard.
No, it's been changed. Don't you remember?
Mark is something gay.
No.
Mark is a fanny something.
No.
I like the way we have music. Would we have music in the background here?
Can we hear it?
I can hear very slight music.
Well, I don't know, but it's
is nice.
There. Which is nice. It's there. Well, I think.
What do you think?
I think you need to start saying the people's names, and I'm looking up for your new name.
Ben Henley.
Oh, we're doing his full name now.
Sorry, I said that. Biz.
Okay.
Also, I have a episode in the can somewhere with Ben that I will release at some point. I just haven't got round to...
Oh, you never did that, did you?
I know I hadn't released it because I think I did a bad slur in there somewhere and I need to edit it out.
Jesus Christ.
I know, but I didn't, I had to build myself up to listening to myself.
It's Mark is a Knob Gobbler.
Mark is a Knob Gobbler. Original. I like it.
Yeah, Mark is a Knob Gobbler.
Shane and Bev from Dublin. How are you getting on? Pity we didn't get to catch you over Christmas. We were... You just figure out when you get back to Cork.
Well, I didn't leave the house for the whole time.
Yeah, we're pretty... Yeah, that's
I got
one thing
fed.
about London.
I ate puppies.
You get isolated because I can't fucking... I got no car insurance when I get back.
So we have...
Shane and Bev, Ben, Mark is a Knob Gobbler, Kevin potentially, Domo potentially.
No, I think only... What is it? It's...
Chicken House.
Mark is a Knob Gobbler. Ben Henley. Bev and Shane. And I think it's Kev. It's Kev. Yeah, it's not Damo. Sorry.
I should have caught up with Kev when I was fucking back. I just didn't.
To make it very clear, the only time we left the house was to go to the sauna once.
I'm becoming a fucking recluse.
Yeah, I want to become even more reclusive.
But I'm a monastic, so that goes with the territory.
I love that you're saying all these different things. I'm going to be entering a phase at some point of isolation. I just don't know when or where.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my only contribution.
Anyway, it's Catherine's birthday, by the way.
It is my...
Happy,
it's going to be my birthday.
22nd?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. So we'll probably have to get her present out in a while, which is of the shamanistic spiritual ilk.
Excellent. Very good.
What else do you want to do with your birthday evening?
Well, we're going to go to the sauna. I don't know. We're going to go to the sauna. I'm going to go judge a fucking Ding Dong Gong show. Because, we need the money. I'm going to Google why my eyes feel like they have eczema.
Itchy eyes.
Big stuff. Itchy eyes. I might start another book about past lives. Have you, since you're now, joining a cult that you're the head of, have you started thinking about your kind of dogma? Are you going to include past lives in there? Do you believe in that shit?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
I believe in energy. I'm an energy guy.
Have you heard about the kids?
I'm not a past life guy.
Have you heard about kids who like...
What they say they remember their past life?
Well, they start rattling off facts about something, and then like in India, there's been a few cases where like this kid's like, I was so and so from like the next town over, so they take him to the next town over to his old family, and he's like, yeah, that was my room over there, and they were like, that was his room over there, and they've like confirmed that all this shit this kid remembers is in fact true, but it's shit that the kid would have never known.
Yeah, but I feel that also might be the Indian version of I'm Jesus, you know, and then you can get like some sort of notoriety.
Indian version of I'm Jesus, but they're not Jesus. They're just some dude who lived in a town over who died.
Yeah, I know, but then it's like confirming their reincarnation.
Reincarnation, but it's not just over there that it's happening. It's also like in the West. It's just over there. People are more.
I'm a skeptic, saying there's always like a money angle or some fucking fame.
What money are children getting from that?
They'll get attention, and they'll become like some sort of prophet, and then profits.
You think that equals a profit because they were like, I was that dude, you know, an hour away before I was this child.
I don't know. I don't
think they believe reincarnation equals prophecy.
Everything that's fucking out of this world equals prophecy if it's not of the very earthly mundanity of everyday life.
Wait. When you say prophecy, do you mean like a prophet?
I know I used the word wrong.
Okay, because earthly mundane things also equal a prophet.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I am not.
I mean, there's a price for everything, but it's like, have you ever been on the Reddit for it?
For which one?
Past lives.
No, I just don't like when people think they're going to be fucking Marilyn Monroe or fucking
it's
JFK.
Weird. Because there are these people who got on there over Christmas. A few different people. Yeah, of course. There's people who are like, no, you know. But there's a few people who got on there over Christmas, and are like, okay, so I'm here because I was like brushing my child's hair, and she started saying all this weird shit and saying like there was one I read where she was like, I'm older than you, mommy. And the mom's like, and she's like, what are you talking about? And then she started saying all this stuff about her former life, and then started saying something, I can't remember how to pronounce it or whatever, but she was like, she kept saying that you used to put in my other life, like I used to put this thing in my hair, and it turned out it was like this type of Japanese comb. Because people in the group were like, yeah, that's a blah, blah, blah. You know, she was probably from Japan, et cetera, et cetera. Just saying, I don't know, what does that lady have to gain? That anonymous lady on Reddit who seems to be afraid because her kid's rattling off weird shit.
I don't know. But, I mean, most lately you're just going to be some sort of Chinese farm worker. If a kid in America just started speaking perfect Chinese from 400 years ago, that would be...
Some of that shit has happened. The kids have started speaking random languages.
I need to see it on camera, and the language needs to make sense to some, like...
I need to see it on camera, and the language needs to make sense.
It needs to make sense to, like, an actual linguist that understands age and languages going, that kid is actually speaking.
I
need proof.
Well, that's the thing that they're sort of finding. There's more and more findings with, I guess, this like substantial proof that you're talking about out there.
Okay. I mean, I keep an open mind.
I like that you're like, I want to go to a fucking cult, but then you're like, I don't know about any of this stuff.
No. I mean, I just want to. Yeah. I mean, I just want to be. I want to lose some weight. Was what I'm saying.
I want to lose some weight.
Yeah, I want a strict diet.
You just want to be a Kardashian.
No, I want to get better at yoga.
I bet they're all right at yoga. I bet they pay someone to be all right at yoga for them.
Oh yeah, they're probably if you're rich, you're going to be good at yoga. But I want to be good at jungle yoga. That's what I'm going to search later online.
Is that what jungle yoga? Is that just your version of like eating in the jungle?
And doing yoga.
And God, I can't wait.
Wearing a paper bag.
That sounds fucking great.
I want to be destitute in the jungle doing yoga.
Destitute?
I don't know. Lack of possessions.
What?
I just don't need modern technology around me anymore for a minute.
I'm thrilled by the idea.
For a minute, not forever. For a minute.
And make no mistake, it's not expensive to be in Bali. Like I don't know if anybody has been or whatever, but it's very inexpensive to live there for a period of time.
I know. It's a digital nomad.
I'm just telling people that because I don't want anybody to think we suddenly have money.
We don't have money. Just get it through your fucking heads.
I don't think we're ever going to have money.
No, that dumb bitch yesterday, I saved her life and she didn't even I should have left.
What in God's name did you think? If somebody's been in a car accident, what you think she's going to be like? She's going to be like screaming and then stop and be like, "No, give that man man 100 pounds."
The whole thing about it is like, if you don't get the lady, there's only two choices: ignore the lady screaming in the car, or get the lady screaming out of the car. So really, I can't even pat myself on the back. You have no choice.
I don't know if this is breaking a rule or not. I don't know. Maybe I've already said it on this podcast.
You're not meant to move them. But
I know.
She wouldn't. She was going ape shit. So
well,
and then we thought the car might explode.
You
We're
think
kids.
the car might explode, and then you don't have to blood. But like, I don't know. I might have said this on this podcast before, and I'm not going to say who it was. But there was I went to something one time, and I was drinking, and I was with two other people, and I'm not going to give any context as to who they were and even though I think I've already said this on here, but we all decided. I think I've said this on this podcast before. We all decided to tell each other like a secret we had never told one another.
Mm-hmm.
I've totally said this on here before, and I think I might have even said who I said it, but it doesn't fucking matter. And a secret one of the people had was that they were driving late one night, like home from somewhere, like home from a city, like it was a decent drive, and they saw like a horrific car accident,
and they kept driving.
And it was like late at night.
I can see why you might, yeah. Well, how was it? Yeah, they were like there was no one else on the scene, and it might have. Yeah, that's fucked. But
I can't remember if maybe they'd been drinking or they were high, so they were scared.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well,
yeah,
fuck.
I know. They have to live with that.
Well, you can pull in and say anonymously.
But my friend Pip,
anonymously.
I think I've also told this story. Maybe I don't have any stories. Maybe I need to go join a fucking cult too, so I stop telling the same stories over and over again. But my friend Pip, I'm pretty sure I've told this on here before. God, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this was like before like iPhones and shit. One day he called me up and he was like, "I need you to map quest the directions to Fort Bragg." And so I map quested the directions to Fort Bragg for him, and I like told him the directions on the phone or something. Or he came and picked him up. I don't even remember. But he went to Fort Bragg all night. This was like a school day. I wasn't in school.
Was he bragging about it? Sorry.
He huffed a can of duster, keyboard cleaner, to his dome, like huffed the whole can, and then was like, "All right, I gotta like drive to school now. You know, it's been all night." And like on his way, he ran into a horrific accident. And I can't remember if it was one or two people. I think it was two people that he dragged into the back of his like little fucking maroon BMW, right? On his like leather seats. They're like bleeding everywhere. He drove to the hospital and like pulls up in front. He comes out and he's like, "There's been an accident. These people, blah, blah, blah." So they come out to get him and they're like, "Okay, we need to like talk to you." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And they like took the people in and he just got in his car and left. He was like, "I need to fucking go to school, man." And he like sped off and like somehow made it back in time. Like even with this detour of like accident plus hospital, in time to like make it to school on time after huffing a can of duster. Like that's a fucking American hero, my friend.
I bet those people are still paying back that hospital bill.
And I bet those people
like,
did
"Leave
not.
Me die."
Well, they didn't give him a tip or a verbal tip or anything. So
when he was bringing him to the hospital, he was bringing debt. Is there a difference how you pronounce it?
Debt.
Yeah,
but they wanted their lives saved, I'm sure.
There's two different debts there. Which one do you want is the answer to the question.
Well,
anyway, I think that was a good, solid fucking recording session.
Oh, it's done. Okay, great. Yeah, well, we tried. Are we taking this stuff with us?
We're going to take it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. It's a new year. We very much appreciate you.
Really appreciate you. Thank you for the patience.
Maybe one day. I've got nothing. That's it. Maybe one day.
Happy New Year. It's a new year, new times. God bless everyone and good night.
God bless.
Thank you. Wait.